Hello guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make clothing textures a lot more better, how to make them stand out a lot more, such as shading, lighting, and so forth. It'll make normal textures pop out a lot more, and you can do it for pretty much any texture. You can do it for shoes, pants, tops, hoodies, hats, whatever you want, whatever comes with a texture really. So I'm going to be choosing this top right here from Vietnam DRV. I think he's a good creator that makes derivables, so I'm going to be using this. So to get this texture that we have right here, well, to get the texture for this top, may I say, we'll go to more information on the product and it will take us to a website, the Imvu website. So you go down here, right click, save images as, save it to wherever you want. You make sure to save all the textures. You don't need to save these are UV maps. You don't need to save those unless you're making your own textures. We go all the way to the bottom, we click derive. As you can see, I've already saved them all down here, and we click derive, and then once we've done that, we open up Photoshop. Okay, once we're on Photoshop and we have our texture open, we want to go onto our brush tool, make sure we have our hardness onto 0%, so all the edges around, like all the edges of your lines and stuff like that, will be softer instead of it being like a solid line. So make sure you've done that. We select the brush tool, we go to a black color for our shading. We then add a layer on top of our first layer. I'll explain why I have these layers here in just a moment, but I'm going to show you how you do it at the very start. So we make a new layer, we hold Alt on our keyboard, go in between the two lines of the layers, we click until you see that little arrow here show up. Once that's shown up, we go to where it says normal, we click soft light, we make sure we're on our brush tool, and you can use your, I use a like drawing pad for my PC, but if you guys have a mouse and whatnot, you can use a mouse too. So then what we do, we see the wrinkles here, here, and all down here. What we're going to do, we're going to go over these, lines, over these shades, and make them stand out a lot more, like so. We'll make them just stand out a lot more. Even down here, we'll make it a lot darker. And you basically just do that with every dark part of the top. I even do the sides as well, because it's like under the arm and there'll be shadows there, so that's why I do dark on both sides of the top, because most people's arms are usually down with their avatars and whatnot. Then we do all the shading where we think there should be shading, make it stand out a lot more. We can even add some new wrinkles ourselves. Just make everything stand out a lot more really. Once we've done that, I like to duplicate it and just, you know, lower it a little bit, like half, like 50% opacity, and then we do the alt click again to make sure that is now clipping onto the texture. So now what I like to do is make a new layer, alt click, and then we go to normal, click onto overlay, we get a white brush this time, and then we go over where we think there would be lighter parts of the wrinkles. So let's say if the light was coming down this way from the top up here, we want to get light coming from this side of the fold, so such as like this. We'll have some up here too. It'll be at the top of the wrinkles, like so. You basically just do lighter shades all throughout the top. I'm just rushing with it because I've already done it, because I recorded beforehand and my audio was messed up, so I am recording once again, which sucks, but that's what I have done here. So we have done, you know, we've done shading, we've done lighting, We're keeping it white, so I don't need to change anything. So if we take all these off, it looks good still. I like the texture. It's a very good texture, but with the lighting and stuff on, it looks a lot better. But if I show you with the texture, the shading that I already made, like that from the last video, it looks a lot better than, you know, the original. So we do that with the front, we do the same with the back, like so. We will go to a new layer, alt click. I've already got it on the arrow, so just make sure that arrow shows up, and then that's when you know it's clipped onto the layer. Soft light, dark, we get a black color, and we just go over the wrinkles. And that is how you make your textures a lot more like detailed, I guess. You just want them to look a bit more detailed and make them stand out a bit more. So we do the soft light like I just did. I duplicate it, so Control J, or you can right click, duplicate layer, and then we half this just to make it match the front side, and then we make the same again, a new layer, alt click like normal, make sure it's on overlay, make it a white color, and now as it's, I think we do it from this side. I could be wrong, but we'll do it from this side just to see, because we're going to make the light come from, you know, the one side of the top, just like that. And you can lighten up some parts of the top just to make it seem like the lighting's on one side. And I'll show you what I did with the last one. That's what the last one looked like. And as you can see from the original, it looks a little bit better. And with this, it was a pretty simple thing to do, because it's got one shade, literally one shade on this side. So what I did is just got I got my soft light layer and basically drawn over. As you can see, I just kind of drawn over here, but I made the texture black. And how I did that is I went onto the original layer, I copied it, I press Shift Control U, or you can do image adjustments and come all the way down here. That'll make it the same. And I'll do Control L, and I lower it to 0.25, and that's when I add the shading over. And that's how I did that one, because it was very simple. And then with the sleeves, you do the same again. You make one layer, just one layer, alt click, and draw over the wrinkles like so. I'll show you what mine looks like this. So as you can see, I made the wrinkles a lot darker to pop out a lot more, and I made this black, but people can make this any color they want, but I made it simply black. And I saved all them. I went on to where I derived, and this is how it came out. So this is obviously my edited one from the last video attempt, and this is the original. It stands out a lot more, and it looks good from far away too. It's not like obviously it still looks good, but like you can see it pops off a lot more from further away, even though it doesn't really matter anyways. But yeah, that's how I make my clothing look a bit more detailed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. If you want some more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Maybe suggest some videos that you want me to make, and we'll see you guys in the next video.